It's okay to admit sometimes, like, fuck it, I just got lucky. But we take those. We fucking take those. You know? Good shit, by the way. That was actually good. Like, my thing, your biggest strength is like once you like, and I noticed even when you were playing me, it's like when you get going, dude, you're good. Like when you're on a, you have this what we call the snowball effect. What you need to know, what you need to do a lot more is learn to get a feel for your opponent. You need to focus. Like you can't just, like I said, it's like you force reads. You really got to try to know your opponent. But the other thing is you need to get used to matchups. Like you really need to know their shit. I think you're at the point where you kind of need to study some frame rate. Like find out what moves are plus as hell and what moves are negative as shit. And then lab punishing them. Like I think if you get your punishment game, like if you just play passive, don't try to force footsies, and then like wait for them to fuck up, punish, and then from there just do your thing, dude, you're good. Like I think when it comes once you actually get that grab, and I think you're golden. I don't have to tell you shit. Like you're good there. But your footsies definitely need some work. Absolutely. And the thing is, like, Geef is a footsies character. Like, that's the biggest thing, and especially, I'll tell you in Street Fighter 5, like, if you don't know how to footsies with Geef, like, you ain't beating shit. Like, you have to be, like, and trust me, dude. Like, you got the strings, you got the combos, but you gotta learn how to really play the neutral, and you have to know what your opponent is capable of doing and what your options. Like I said, with the Dragon Lash, you have to look at, okay, drip, impact, this, that. And that's where Geef's, why one of the reasons he's one of the hardest characters in fighting games in general is because you cannot just do stupid shit. You cannot be Ken. You can't just YOLO Dragon Lash. You can't be looking go fucking triangle go burr. You can't be my bitch ass and be like, I'm gonna sit down back, and if you do anything, I will react and boom you. You can't do that. You have to play passive as fuck. Every single inch you earn is a win for you. That is the thing about a Geef player, because he's at his best when he's in your fucking face, But you got to realize every single inch you're moving, you're fucking fighting for that shit. And here's the biggest strength about Geef too that no other character has. He's like a walking wall. He has one of the best anti-airs in this game.
Nice, nice.
You always want them, like, if you're up close, you immediately want them to guess. And if you're losing, you're still winning. Like say they're out of like medium distance, like you did 1, 2, cool. Walk forward a bit and then down back. If they jump, lariat. If you see them maybe walking for something or they whiff, get used to just, you're playing on modern, bro. You do got to play a bit reactive, right? And then once you command grab, boom, that's when your game. That's the whole thing about Geef. Once you command grab, now it's your game, and that's something that the other person never fucking wants. And the thing is, Geef doesn't have a lot of strong option selects. That's another thing that sucks about him. Everybody else has option selects for fucking days, especially Guile and JP. Guile and JP are like absolute cancer when it comes to option selects. Like with Geef, here's the thing about Geef that doesn't make them that great. If you drive impact, you have to fucking commit. You do not get a string to safe into impact. Like, you seen how I did Guile? Like, whenever I did drive rush, medium, medium. I could have did down medium just for the fuck of it. But no, I did medium, medium. You have to eat that shit. Heavy or down. You have to eat all of that. If you try to drive impact through any of that shit, in any part of that string, I just drive impact. Geef can't do that. Straight up, he cannot do that. Hell no. You gotta commit. The thing about Geef is he's honest. Like, he ain't got like no real cheap bullshit. The cheapest bullshit he has is literally his command grab. But the thing is, like, you have to work so hard to do that in the first place that it's like, fuck it. And then at that point, you just gotta gamble. You literally just guess. So it sucks dick. That's the thing. It is annoying when you have to face Geef and you just straight up guess wrong 3 times and you die. Like, it's the most stupid. Like, it's weird. He's honest 90% of the time, but that 10% he's not honest, cancer. That's why some people hate grapplers. Like, the one time they fucking win out of the 10 matches, it's like you didn't even really win. Like, either the other person guessed right 3 times, or they got lucky 3 times, or they just straight up they knew 3 times. But it's like, it's weird to me. It's not. That's why I don't play grapplers like that. It's like, dude, I don't feel like winning 1/10 of my matches off a guess. Miss me with that shit. So it's really important that you work the neutral and get great. So when you get the command grab, it's off of a punish and a good read. Like, you earn that shit, right? Like, that's the thing at higher levels. That's why that bullshit kind of breaks down, because that win condition is the command grab. You got to learn how to earn that shit, because motherfuckers are just not letting you in. They will play safe. They're like, fuck it, I will win it by a healthy if I have to. There's no reason for them to pressure. You saw they were all walking back. Why would they not walk back? What did they gain from pressuring? You know what I'm saying? Remember, risk reward. It's skewed in Geef's favor if they're up close. They always want to be outside of command grab range. Because what do I get? Well, I get a little bitch combo, maybe plus frames. But guess what? Now I'm back in front of Geef's face. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to guess right 6 times as like a Cammy player to even like do a quarter of damage. Give guesses right one time, there goes half that bitch's health.
So these are fake masters.
No, they're real ones. They're actually real ones. They're real masters. They are. You literally won because you guessed right, and they were good. No, like when you won, you earned that shit. That was actually good. You punished their mistake and you got them for it. Like no, they were real master ranks. I wouldn't say peak. I'd say they're like. Here's what I mean. There's the 3 tiers of master rank. There's like me, right? Like we're like okay, yeah, we're legit, just solid master rank players, right? We're not like the peak, but we're like right there. And then you have what I consider like intermediate master rank players. Like they're not far off from me, but you wouldn't be hard pressed to call them all the other masters. And then there's like what I call fake masters. Like they're good. Like all master rank players are good. None of them are garbage, but they're like the kind of people that you know they got there only because everybody else sucked. You get what I'm saying? Like the master ranks you fought, I think would have been Diamond 5. I think they could have been Diamond 5. I wouldn't call them like a full master rank player if that makes sense, but they're 100% like a Diamond 5 because they were doing a lot of attributes you see. The biggest reason I'd say they're not full master rank players is the fact that they made the mistakes they made in the first place. Like as a master rank player, you don't really make mistakes like that.
Makes sense.
Like you notice how I'm super focusing on the mistake. Something master rank players do is like, bro, we will always focus on mistakes, and especially something that's why there's more Japanese players that are better. That's something they focus on, bro. They focus too much on making sure shit goes right and good. They don't like making mistakes, and that's something that I really like about the Japanese scene. Like basically, the more mistakes, especially like the more obvious the mistake, the more clear it is on where their standing is. And you see it a lot more with lower levels, but like with master rank, you have to look at that. Like it could be something as simple as them jumping back in a situation they had no reason to. And that gives away like, they're not full master rank. Because that one mistake, boom, the other person will see and be like, boom, they could just take advantage of that and then win the whole thing. Like so let's say someone keeps jumping back and just consistently. They do everything else fine, but they have that one mistake, boom. You can fuck them up. Because that thing is a single weakness that you have can cost you the entire game, bro. Straight up. And then you adjust wrong, you're not in your comfort zone, and the other person just fucks you up. Because at a higher, you see the pacing is much faster when you're a higher rank.
RCKB.
You don't have time to adjust.
So since I do not play rank a lot, what is my rank?
I think you're diamond. I honestly think you're diamond. I think you're definitely diamond. Compared from what I'm seeing everybody else, you're at least a diamond. Like if this was like, if we're being honest, you're definitely like platinum 2, 5 max, right? If we're going by Street Fighter 5 rank, but by Street Fighter 6 standards, you're diamond 1, 2. Like, if you play enough, I can see you getting diamond. It's not a matter of if, but when. Easily.